What is going on, FA Nation? Jon Impemba here with James Grande. Welcome into the Fantasy Alarm MLB DFS Playbook Preview Show. It is Friday. We got 12 games on the main slate. We have a return to course for this main slate here. Mets in Colorado. We have Cincinnati on this slate. Arizona in Cincinnati against the Reds. And we have Sacramento with the Athletics still home. Their matchup is against, quick look, Baltimore. So some offenses in some good ballparks to get going here. Notable for this 12-gamer because we have an $11,500 starting pitcher on this slate in Tarek Skubal, who was throwing 103 in the ninth inning the other day.
His final pitch. Yeah, his final pitch.
Right? Yeah. Schwellenbach's up over $10,000 here as well. So for a slate with spots where you want to spend up for offense, we also have some elite pitching on this slate as well. So talk to me, Grande. Do you prefer Skubal versus Chicago, or do you prefer paying up for your Mets against the
my Mets?
Mets. You picked them all up for fantasy this week, so you know.
Well, that was a heady move, but not my Mets. The heady play is, you know.
You see, you get the Mets and Coke and Coors though. So
I'm playing chess, not checkers, John.
Dude, I did that. I picked up the entire Phillies when they were going in there. So.
And then you're like, shoot, I got to drop a couple, I guess. I mean, you can, like, I probably would side with the Mets. I think they're probably, you could afford them. Also, it might be easier if Lindor doesn't play, because now Lindor
didn't play today.
If he has like a broken, he mookied himself, right? Like in the whatever. So
he said he was going to try to play through it, but then said he hasn't ruled out an IL stint. So
yes. So one of these, we'll see, right?
Yeah.
Like, maybe. So I think I'm good with Skubal. Always tough spot, but like you can always play the best pitcher in baseball. I mean, he hit 53 fantasy. Like that, no one else has that ceiling.
He threw a complete game shutout with 13 strikeouts with 94 pitches.
Yeah, some were saying, and it was like a perfect game through 7, or no hitter through 7, whatever it was. Some were calling it like one of the best games like ever pitched. And I guess when your final pitch is 103 on a pitch number 94, your complete game, like that's your Mona Lisa, probably more often than not.
Yeah, like we've seen complete games with fewer pitches thrown, but not with that many strikeouts.
Dominance, just pure dominance.
Just dominance, exactly. Not an Edwin Jackson perfect game there, you know.
not an Edwin Jackson perfect game.
So you have that. Obviously, Schwellenbach gets San Francisco in a good pitcher's park at $10,000. I'm not going to tempt Sonny Gray at 97 against the Dodgers. That feels bad. Would play Kodai Senga, though, at 9K against Colorado. Not really too concerned about Coors. Senga has one of the lowest ERAs in all of baseball. Walks are generally a problem for him, but Colorado doesn't walk all that much. There's a strikeout ceiling here for Kodai Senga. Loved the pitch counts for him recently as well. Earlier in the season, they were kind of short leashing him. 3 of the last 4 over 100 pitches. So Senga at 9K certainly makes some sense. And then you dip down below into that mid-range. So kind of similar feelings for you with that group?
Yeah, similar feelings. Senga for me. And I think that there's a really big drop-off in general. Lugo looks good because the matchup, he did not look good in his return. And I don't love the pitches in the return either, but we'll see. It was a finger issue.
Yeah. And
then he had control issues and wasn't very good, but it was Detroit.
He's also just been okay this year, right?
Yeah, he's been okay. Yep, he's been okay. So 8,800 is a little out of my price range. Who knows what's going to happen with the Braves after their collapse, but like Hayden Birdsong obviously has looked good in 2 of his 3 starts he's made. But I think the price is a little uncomfortable knowing that the Braves can score a bunch of runs. But, we just saw it the other day. Merrill Kelly shut him down. The Braves are not like this perfect team. I mean, they blew if it wasn't the biggest lead in the MLB, they are right up there.
There you go.
Bryce Miller made his return. Another guy, like, I'm just always uncomfortable when it's the arm, like it
Sure.
from arm inflammation, right?
Yep.
And then he stunk.
Lodolo's bad at home. Will Warren against Boston. We know there's strikeout upside there, but he blew up in his last start. Patrick at 83 against the Padres. We've kind of talked about,
dude.
We talked about the Padres' relative struggles. Sure, Machado did homer today. I haven't looked at a recent update in that game, but
3-2. They still have
okay, they got to Harrison the game before. That is a talented offense when they click. But I don't like really anything else. Like, again, they all have their issues. There's a lot of strikeout upside with Lodolo and Warren. We know that, but they also give up a lot of runs in their home ballparks. So,
yeah, I mean, you're playing them for strikeouts. You're just that's your case. Like they get strikeouts. Chad Patrick has, although I don't love that he has two first names and like two like very aggressive, like overly used first names in the world of names. He has been undeniably good. Is Chad Patrick this year's Tobias Myers for them? Like just kind of out of nowhere, like suddenly really good pitcher. Like, oh, right. Where the hell did you come from? That's kind of what Chad Patrick's been. So yeah, he's fine. I mean, we talked Ober dodges the Sacramento start and now gets to start in Toronto instead, or at home against Toronto rather. So like you could play Ober, not playing Bueller. Kasparius is a long man. Erod's going to come off the IL and there's a shoulder issue. Yikes. That's not great. Kremer, 68.
I said before, I think we throw a dart at Sears here. I know Baltimore's back healthy. Adley homered again today. Like that lineup might be getting better. But a lot of their top hitters are from the left side. Getting Kowser back, still a lefty. Ryan O'Hearn, a lefty. Gunnar Henderson, a lefty. Jackson Holliday, a lefty. There's a reason they are the worst team in baseball against left-handed pitching all season long. I understand it is the home ballpark. I understand all of these athletic pitchers are horrendous at home. I understand that JB Sears has not been good this year.
But
the numbers, I mean, dude, they're very bad against lefties.
Yeah, no, they are. And like getting Kowser back is just adding another lefty to the fold. It's not like a improvement there. So yeah, I mean, I think we're gonna have to take some shots down here because I don't know what else we'd even under Will Warren. I don't know what the alternative option is.
Last 2 weeks, they're still 26th in WOBA. They are 30th in ISO with an 0.20 ISO against left-handed pitching. And they are 28th in batting average, 176. It does come with a 20% strikeout rate, so they're not striking out as much as they were previously. But like zero damage whatsoever against lefties, just continuing. Overall on the year, seventh most strikeout rate, seventh highest, 25%. 200 batting average is dead last. Their ISO is second, actually tied for last with the Royals, 071 for the season. Dead last in WOBA, 252. The numbers are just bad across the board, no matter which way you slice it. It's just that they're in a very, very advantageous ballpark for offense against a pitcher that has not been good this year. So
no, he can't. The strikeouts are completely gone.
Yes, he stopped striking guys out. So I don't know. It's dangerous, but at 63 on this slate, I mean, do you feel better with Logan Allen versus Houston? Connor Gordon versus Cleveland? Colton Gordon versus Cleveland? I mean, I don't.
I don't think there's a right answer down here. There's a lot of bad pitchers. Maybe Davis Martin, but like the Royals don't really strike out a lot against righties. I don't really have confidence in a lot of this tier. And we need to find something because the Mets are in a spot and the Yankees are in a spot and there's Arizona and Cincy. So I would like to find something. I don't know what that something is.
I agree with you. Catcher position?
Catcher position.
Big, obvious.
Big dumper?
Yeah, big dunk. Yeah, definitely him. Homered again. Get Hendricks. We know his struggles against lefties. $5,600. It's a big slate, so there's a billion options for us here. But he certainly would top the list there if you find yourself with the want to spend up at catcher. Is one of the few that you would do that for. Hunter Goodman's been really good if you're not playing Kodai Senga. I mean, I get Senga's been elite, but Goodman's been really good. Anything else, I guess, in this top like 4K range?
Drake Baldwin, homered again.
Okay.
That's it. I mean, he's just homering.
Yeah,
like he just homers. Adley Rutschman, is he back, John?
Yep.
Rutschman's fully back?
He might be. Homers in 2 of the last 3, right?
No, back to
back. Pounders in back to back now.
Yeah,
3 hits the game before that.
Yeah, 3 hits the game before that.
Could be.
If Ryan Jeffers is hitting second or third, that's probably another one that we'd consider, right? Like they hitting him in the middle of their lineup. Tyler Stevenson, 3,600. Talk about a guy who's picking up the pace. He gets Erod. I think Stevenson looks good. Gabriel Moreno looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
Trevino looks good. Whichever Reds catcher, both of them probably will be in the lineup. Both of them look good. Maybe we actually use David Fry here, 3K, another lefty, Colton Gordon. We've seen it, right?
Yeah, that actually probably makes sense here, right? Because he'll hit cleanup.
3K, first base catcher for David Fry. Like it's
a lot of power last year. We saw that.
A lot of power, and he's always hit lefties. For the one thing we know, about David Fry, he hits lefties.
Yeah, that might be it. That might be the play. I don't really see a lot for value down here. Is there anything that stood out to you?
I mean, 3K is
well, this obviously guys that are under 3K that we played before. I wasn't sure if anything.
The McIver dude or McClever, whatever his name is, the A's catcher. They started him. Langoliers left
He did.
I think he fouled the ball off his foot and left. And that might be precautionary because they're up 1,000 runs. But he's their backup catcher now. Back-to-back games he's played where he's had he had a double today, McIver, and a run scored. So he's had 7 and 13 fantasy points and counting in his last 2 games. So if he's in the lineup again, 2,700 against Kremer in that lineup.
I like that.
That's probably it.
All right. First base, again, large slate, plenty of options. Coors is in play here with Alonso, who keeps homering, and Antonio Senzatella.
He does keep homering. He's going to keep homering.
Is on the other side of this matchup. So
can we just say 58 is probably not a big enough bump?
Probably not a big enough bump for a guy that's usually 5+ K anyways, right?
Doesn't feel big enough.
No.
Probably should have gotten like a much larger bump.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I would play again like anybody from Rice up here. Walker Buehler's, keeps saying how good he feels, but he keeps getting rocked. So
he's saying that so the Dodgers reacquire him.
Yeah, maybe. So good with Rice up. Honestly, Ober, we keep saying we expect to be better. Hasn't been. I don't know how you feel about Vladdy there.
We keep saying it over and over again. And it's just not coming
over
true.
And over again, yeah. Ben Brown strikes out a lot of guys. It also gives up a ton of runs. There's Torkelson there.
Yep.
Soderstrom, big night for Soderstrom today. Maybe a bigger night coming if he starts to connect again the way he has recently. Creamer, again, nothing special really this year. Let's see. Ty France, Christian Walker in the mid-range, 3,700 each. Steer gets a returning Erod in Cincinnati. That could be something.
Yeah, dude. I think the Reds look good. I haven't been very fun to play, but I think they're pretty cheap. Stevenson and Trevino are cheap. France is cheap. Ellie's going to be the only non-affordable one, and
Yeah.
I'm sure with the rest of them, it's easy to get to. So I like that call.
You got Caglione here against Martin at 36.
Even though his name isn't Jack, it's okay.
Well, it is Jack.
No, it's not. It's Jeffrey.
No, his full name, but there's a lot of guys that go by their full name. His name is Jack Caglione. It's everywhere.
No, his name is Jeffrey. Jeffrey Allen.
I know what his full legal name is, but there's a lot of people that don't go by their full legal name.
What's your middle initial, John?
A.
So you're what is Jai? Do you go
Jay,
by Jai Impemba?
Could be Jay.
Jay Impemba?
Yeah. Jay, yeah. Could be.
I'm gonna start calling you Jay.
That's fine. My handle is Jon Impemba. That works.
Well, okay. I'm gonna spice it up for you. I'm gonna start calling you Jai.
Oh, sure. Whatever you want. Okay. You're the one that was surprised to know this. I thought this was common.
It was a fact. I had no idea. I
thought that was a pretty common thing there. Anyways, people who are named like PJ, usually PJ stands for something, right? Like,
no, I know, but yeah, I could have went JP based on my initials.
Sure.
But I didn't. So therefore lies, there's usually they usually got the periods to we got the separation, we got JP.
He went with Jack. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Anyways, if Jared Young's in the lineup, we get Coors.
Yep.
Pascantino's down here. Colt Keith, 32. Yep. Miguel Vargas, great spot. Play Fry at first base. Rowdy's 29. Abraham Toro keeps hitting the ball really well.
He does keep hitting the ball really well.
That's Keston Hira. Could get some Keston there.
We can. Dominic Smith had a couple hits against Dylan Cease.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd ride that versus Schwellenbach. You never know.
Throwing it out there.
All right. Let's move on to second base here.
Okay.
Connor Joe's all the way down there, too. I guess I could give him a shout versus Erod coming back. Up at the top, Ketel Marte, Lodolo, $5,400. Again, Lodolo's home numbers are really bad. And they've been really bad basically since he's been in the league. So Arizona is definitely a team to watch here.
Okay.
And again, McNeil gets the bump. Beatty gets the bump. Beatty with second base eligibility here. Did he always have second base eligibility?
Yes. He's had it for a while.
All right. Well, you got Beatty there in the mid-range as well. Altuve versus Allen looks pretty good. Anything else for you?
Oh, man. I wasn't expecting the Beatty and Acuna bumps to be this quick, but yeah, I mean, Beatty looks good. I don't think there's anything else in the mid-tier. Albies sub 4K looks pretty good. We have Willie Castro second base eligible again. Go figure. Loses it for 2 days and they give it back.
Yeah. They gave Mayer second base eligibility. Marcelo for no reason. $2,700 for him there.
Okay, yeah. Marcelo Mayer and David Hamilton, who's been pretty good lately for the Red Sox.
Tyler Strada's 27.
Dude.
Meat Frost 3K.
I was literally about to say, dude, that dude got on base 5 times on the Thursday slate. He's been on base 4 or multiple times in 4 of his last 5. I mean, that guy has been an on-base machine, and now he has multi-position eligibility. Brooks Lee looks fine as well. There's some pretty good value. There's some pretty good value here at second base.
Sure. Third base position we go then. Obviously, large slate, so there are big names. Jose Ramirez, Rafael Devers up here, Machado, Riley, Eugenio. I think again is an amazing spot against Lodolo at 45.
Yep.
Paredes, we've talked. There's the Rockies or the Mets players here. Got a favorite of the group?
Favorite of the group. Ramirez probably. I probably like Jose Ramirez the most. Eugenio knows that ballpark well. I think he has a 40 home run season there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did Suarez hit 40 in Cincinnati?
I mean, he may have. He had a lot of home runs. So
feels like he had a 40 home run season there.
He had one season where I think he hit 40 in the second half. Didn't he? Like a couple years ago, he was like doing nothing and popped out. Yeah, he had 49.
49. Yeah, 49. Yeah, he had a lot of home runs.
2019, he had 49 that year.
That's a lot of home runs. Suarez in that ballpark against Lodolo for sure. Great tournament play. Beatty, we talked about.
Muncy, 4K.
Muncy, yeah. Now, dude, all the Max Muncies are homering now. It's crazy.
I know. The other Max Muncy homering. Did he get his eyes fixed too? Can you imagine?
Both Max Muncies unlock the same superpower, just being able to see.
Just being able to use vision, yeah.
Just vision, dude. That's it. Just vision.
Barger versus Obers, 34.
Yeah, it's a good one. I think the Barger one's really good.
Espinal's going to hit second.
Yeah, it feels great.
Let's see Rod there.
Mauricio, 3K.
That's his bump, huh? From 2K to 3K.
I would absolutely play him.
That's a play. Yeah, that's definitely a play. Can play Mayer here again.
Toro as well.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if Kobe Mayo's in the lineup and you're anti-Sears, then he's $2,100. So,
well, that store stinks. So,
I agree. All right, shortstop. We'll see about Lindor. He's 63. If not, you have Ellie from the wrong side though at $6,100. Bobby Witt, Nato, Mookie Betts, your 5K and up tier.
The thing with Ellie though, like we saw it the other day, wrong split, no hits, 2 stolen bases, 14 fantasy points. And obviously, 61, you want like 20. You need 20. But I'm just saying, he was a hit and a run scored away from that, right?
If he's walking and there's nobody on in first base, it should be the next man in the lineup's responsibility to not swing until Ellie's on second or throwing out trying to get there, right? Like, just run. You had 2 walks versus Milwaukee, no stolen bases. Next day, 2 walks, 2 stolen bases. There should always be a stolen base attempt there for Ellie De La Cruz.
Agreed. And 7 walks over his last 10 games, not bad, right?
Not bad.
430 OBP over that span. Yeah. Really good.
Someone probably showed him a chart where they're like, hey, Ellie, they're not throwing in the strike zone to you that often. So, like,
if you want to just
make them.
If you want to just not swing. Yeah.
We saw that with O'Neal Cruz earlier this year. He had like a 19% walk rate. It's like, well, they're just not throwing the ball in the zone. And O'Neal Cruz isn't chasing it anymore. So he's walking a ton and he was stealing a billion bases. So Jacob Wilson homered again because he's at home.
He did.
And when he is at home, he homers.
He's sick.
Dude.
He is sick.
Dude, he's hitting 360, whatever. He's going to win the batting title. He's going to win Rookie of the Year. He's going to win the batting title. I'm so happy they finally listened to me and moved him to the top of their lineup.
Hell yeah.
You know, and moved to that. So, let's see. Pena versus Allen's 44. Perdomo, 2025 All-Star, 43.
Oh, it's so locked. He's so locked in for the All-Star game.
Kim's 39 with second base shortstop eligibility now.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yep. Edmund did play today, so
he did.
Got that there. Crawford versus Hendricks.
If Correa plays against Eric Lauer, I'd play him.
Sure.
You could play
Sweeney versus Brown, maybe.
Yeah, and you can play Mydroth here as well, 3K.
Yeah, it's probably losing value if you're spending down at shortstop, but
yep,
we talk about that often. All right, outfield again, 12 games, cores. Soto's been on a heater. He's $6,000 to get Senzatella.
Yep.
If there was a time for his Mets blowout weekend, it would be now.
Feels that way.
Right?
Feels that way.
Coming in kind of hot and then gets this pitching staff.
Feels definitely likely.
Yeah. No disrespect to Aaron Judge or Shohei Ohtani because, you know.
They're good. Yep.
They're good. You can certainly play them. Won't touch Tucker or PCA. That's not going to do that. Scooble's
we don't need
good.
to. Yeah.
Ronald Acuna is awesome. $5,900 for him. Corbin Carroll, not worried about lefty. Byron Buxton, good there. against Lauer as well. Trout keeps homering. You can go there if you want.
He's been good, dude. He's been really good.
Mm-hmm. Duran's 5K, Merrill's 49, Choreo, dude. Yelich and Choreo woke up at the same time.
Yes, dude. Christian Yelich in this spot against noted terrible lefty pitcher or lefty attacker and Randy Vasquez looks amazing.
Yeah, dude, they're both hitting like 400.
I know they've both been very good.
So you got that. Detroit should be in consideration again. Again, Ben Brown strikes out a lot of guys, doesn't pitch deep into games because his pitch counts are terrible, and he just gives up runs. So, Kerry Bonds could be in play here if he's back in the lineup. Parker Meadows will lead off. Riley Green, just all of them against Ben. I actually haven't even looked at Ben Brown's splits. Let's check those bad boys out here. I don't imagine they're good. Let's see, 11K per 9 for him, which obviously, again, that kind of is what he is here. 277 average, 407 slug versus lefties, 1.5 homers per 9. Better versus righties on the overall numbers. What do his expected numbers look like?
John, there's some bad expected stuff.
Okay.
For Ben Brown. 162 ISO, 256 expected ISO.
To lefties?
To lefties.
Okay.
377 expected WOBA, so pretty much on par. 94 mile per hour exit velocity. I will say, big strikeout rate, 32%. Massive swinging strike rate to lefties. Almost 17%, which like
he misses bats, 100% misses bats.
But when he doesn't, when he doesn't, he has a
370 batting average in balls in play against him. So
it's pretty bad. That's bad luck.
Yeah, when they're putting the ball, but no, it's not bad luck, really. It's they're hitting it hard whenever they hit it
hard. Sure.
So
sure.
That's kind of where it's against them. I mean, dude, he's got a 3.2 xFIP, 3.1 FIP with a 5.72 ERA. So like,
touche.
One of the you would look at that and be like, man, there's probably a good correction coming here, and maybe there is in the second half of this year. An 11.3 K per 9 and 3 walks per 9 is pretty damn good. Less than a homer per 9 is pretty damn good. It just when they make bat on ball contact, it is going hard. So
sure.
But I would still go Detroit here. I don't think that corrects itself here. You mentioned obviously Soto's up at the top at 6K. Nimmo's 47 against Senzatella here. McNeil's got outfield eligibility at 46 as well. Again, I like Yankees versus Bueller. Carpenter's 44. Butler versus Creamer's 43. Anything else you see? Meadows 42.
Taylor Ward just for a home run.
Sure. Soderstrom's 4K. We'd mention him there.
Soderstrom, yeah. Lefty Dominguez 4K in Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, Frelick will hit from the left side. Not as exciting as the other two, but
but lefties are obviously of note against Randy Vasquez and his single-digit strikeout rate.
Dude, Lourdes versus lefty at 38 in Cincinnati.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a really good one. Wenzel homered again today. 3,500 against Ben Brown.
Sure. Jake Myers 36 versus Allen. Jack's down here at 36 as well.
Lee Castro 34. You could play here. Talkman.
I know.
Just been what he's been.
Sedon walk-off Rafaela. So,
yeah.
I mean, he actually has been good. Through homers in 3 straight games. But
he's been good. He's been good.
Obviously poking fun at the 308.
He did this last year. We talked about this. Remember last year? Like, he had like crazy white hot stretches. We were like, whoa. Yeah.
Dude, he profiles out as like a 15 plus, 20 plus guy if he can hit enough. He's at 6 and 7 right now. I mean, he's probably on his way to that like near 2020 type season. If he can stay in the lineup. Again, Roman Anthony's coming soon. At some point, they got to figure out what that infield and outfield is going to look like and whether or not it includes an everyday Rafaela. He is the number one defensive run saved center fielder in baseball, though. So, like,
Right.
You know, we always said he's an elite glove man. Does that change? You take that out of the outfield for a team that has the second most errors in baseball?
Right.
Feels like a bad idea. Grichuk gets Lodolo at 3K as well.
It's a good one.
Cam Smith at 3K against Allen. Maybe today's the day.
Where's our new Cam Smith? Dylan Carlson, 2,800.
Dude, still down here. Lefty though.
No,
Right?
Carlson's
No, right? Yeah, he's a switch hitter. And it used to be this was a split we liked them for, right?
This is the only split he could hit. I remember they used to, when he was in St. Louis, they used to hit him second against
or like
lefties.
leadoff. Yeah, it's like top two against lefties. Yeah. So Carlson versus Sears if you're not playing Sears. That might be it.
Big Christmas. I know he's been a corpse this year, but 2,300.
Yeah, sure. All right. So we doing what? Marcio at 3K, right?
Marcio. Yeah. Marciano. Ronnie Marciano. Yeah. RC.
I'm lagging. How do you spell this thing?
Here he is, right there. No, just type in Ronnie. RONNY.
I'm lagging so bad. MAU, that's where we got it. Anyway, MAU. All right. We got him at third. Even though I like Eugenio a lot, I think we need the value here.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had a 3K Fry.
Catcher. Yeah.
Catcher. Pitching.
Senga.
Yeah, Senga. I mean, if we did Senga Scooble, it's 4K a play. We can make that work.
Yeah, but that probably takes us off like Alonso.
Nah, 3,500.
I guess not.
I'll go down to punt them outfield, and that'll be our core.
Just do it. Click Dylan Carlson. Move on.
Where is he? 25?
No, he's 28, I think.
All right. Senga, Scooble, Fry, Alonso, Mauricio, Carlson, $3,700 to figure out the rest of the lineup. We'll get that to you guys in the Discord. I hit that like, that share, subscribe, and we'll be back at 5 p.m. Eastern time. We'll talk to you then.